These legendary American engines have clocked hundreds of thousands of miles and still kept going. From rugged workhorses to high-performance powerhouses, these are the most reliable engines ever made. Jeep 4.0-liter inline-six, the immortal off-roader. The Jeep 4.0-liter inline-six engine is nothing short of mythical among off-roaders and die-hard Jeep fans. Debuting in 1986 and running strong until 2006, this engine powered iconic vehicles like the Jeep Cherokee XJ, the Grand Cherokee ZJ, and of course, the Wrangler. What made the 4.0-liter legendary wasn't just its smooth torque or its hearty growl, it was the fact that this beast was practically indestructible. With a cast iron block and head, this engine could take a beating on rocky trails, survive extreme weather, and keep running with minimal maintenance. The 4.0-liter wasn't flashy or groundbreaking, it was solid. It delivered around 190 horsepower and 225 pound-feet of torque, which may sound modest, but its power delivery was consistent and dependable. Many owners report hitting 300,000 miles or more on their original engines, often with just basic oil changes and upkeep. It thrived under neglect, making it a favorite for DIY mechanics and outdoor adventurers alike. Even after Jeep discontinued the engine, it lived on in junkyard rebuilds, off-road competitions, and custom swaps. Whether crawling up cliffs or plowing through snowdrifts, the Jeep 4.0-liter inline-six has earned its place as one of the toughest engines America has ever built. Chevy 350 small block, the everyman's powerhouse. Few engines in automotive history can match the legacy of the Chevy 350 small block. Introduced in 1967, this 5.7-liter V8 quickly became the beating heart of General Motors' lineup, finding a home in everything from Corvettes and Camaros to pickup trucks and family sedans. The 350 wasn't just popular, it was everywhere, and for good reason. It was cheap to build, easy to fix, and nearly impossible to kill. Packing a punch with up to 370 horsepower in its prime, the 350 was praised for its versatility. You could tow a trailer, race down a drag strip, or cruise cross-country with equal ease. The simple pushrod design and vast aftermarket support made it a dream for tuners and weekend warriors alike. Whether you wanted more torque or a wilder sound, there was a mod or bolt-on part for it. Its longevity is the real story, though. A well-maintained 350 could last well over 250,000 miles. Even abused ones would chug along long past their expected expiration date. Mechanics loved it because it was easy to work on. Owners loved it because it just kept going. This engine became the blueprint for reliability and performance in American muscle. If reliability had a poster child, the Chevy 350 small block would be front and center, flexing under the hood of a classic Chevelle or a Silverado still going strong decades later. Toyota 2JZ GTE, the tuner legend. Mention the 2JZ GTE in any car enthusiast circle, and you'll see eyes light up. This engine, which powered the fourth-generation Toyota Supra from the 1990s, has become the stuff of legend. Built like a tank and born for boost, the 2JZ was a twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-six that took the tuner world by storm. From the factory, it produced up to 320 horsepower, but that was just the beginning. What made the 2JZ truly special was its ability to handle insane amounts of power without braking. Its forged internals, cast iron block, and robust crankshaft allowed it to be pushed beyond 1,000 horsepower with the right mods, without even swapping out the bottom end. Drifters, drag racers, and street tuners alike saw the 2JZ as the holy grail. Beyond raw power, the engine also stood the test of time. With proper maintenance, 2JZs regularly crossed the 300,000-mile mark. And thanks to Toyota's legendary engineering, it didn't just perform, it performed reliably. Even under boost and at the red line, the 2JZ remained calm, cool, and collected. From Tokyo to Texas, the 2JZ GTE became more than just an engine. It became a cultural icon, a symbol of Japanese engineering brilliance, and the heartbeat of an entire generation of speed junkies. If you want an engine that could take a beating, deliver thrills, and keep running like a champ, the 2JZ was, and still is, king. Honda K20, the VTEC Warrior. The Honda K20 engine is a legend among four-cylinder engines. First introduced in 2001, this high-revving 2.0-liter inline-four quickly made its way into the hearts of car enthusiasts everywhere. Found in models like the Civic Type R, Integra, and Accord Euro R, the K20 delivered a rare combination of reliability, efficiency, and screaming performance, all wrapped in a lightweight package. This engine's standout feature? VTEC. Honda's variable valve timing system gave the K20 dual personalities: calm and fuel-efficient at low RPMs, then a high-revving monster once the cam lobes switched over. It could rev to over 8,000 RPM and still feel smooth doing it. Stock versions put out around 200 horsepower, but with tuning and bolt-ons, enthusiasts have pushed K20s well over 300 horsepower naturally aspirated. What really makes the K20 special, though, is its durability. This engine was over-engineered by Honda in the best way possible. It's common to see K20s clock over 250,000 miles with little more than regular oil changes. And thanks to its aluminum block and head, it was also incredibly light, perfect for swaps into everything from Miatas to Lotus replicas. Ask any gearhead what engine they'd trust in a race, a road trip, or just day-to-day commuting, and the K20 is sure to be in the conversation. It's the little engine that could, and did, over and over again. Mazda 13 B Rotary, the screaming triangle. The Mazda 13 B Rotary engine is unlike anything else on this list. Instead of pistons, it uses a spinning triangle, or rotor, to create power, delivering a high-revving, unique driving experience that fans of the RX-7 still rave about today. First introduced in the early 1970s and refined through the 1990s, the 13B powered the legendary RX-7 and eventually the RX-8, becoming a cult favorite for drivers who wanted something different. With its tiny displacement of just 1.3 liters, the 13B produced serious power, especially in its turbocharged forms. The twin-turbo 13B-REW version in the FDR-X7 made 276 horsepower and revved to 8,500 RPM, delivering a power band that felt like a jet engine on takeoff. Its compact size also gave engineers and enthusiasts more flexibility in vehicle design and swaps. But what truly set the 13B apart was its simplicity in design. Few moving parts, no valves, and a lightweight build. However, it came with challenges: apex seals, oil consumption, and higher maintenance needs compared to piston engines. Still, for those who maintained them properly, the 13B could easily go the distance. Owners have logged over 200,000 miles on these engines, especially with careful tuning and regular upkeep. Love it or hate it, the 13B rotary engine represents one of the boldest moves in engine design. It's a mechanical underdog with a howling spirit, and when maintained right, it's as reliable as it is exhilarating. Ford Flathead 5.8, the original hot rod. Before LS swaps and turbocharged imports, there was the Ford Flathead VAV 8, the granddaddy of American performance. Introduced in 1932, this was the first mass-produced V8 engine in an affordable car, bringing serious performance to the common man for the first time. Ford's 221 cubic inch 3.6-liter Flathead 5.8 made just 65 horsepower at first, but in the 1930s that was a game changer. What made the Flathead so revolutionary wasn't just the power, it was accessibility. Suddenly, average Americans could afford a car with 8 cylinders under the hood. Hot rodders and racers flocked to it, tuning and modifying the engine to squeeze out every drop of horsepower. It became the foundation for the entire custom car culture of the 1940s and 1950s. The Flathead 5.8 was simple, durable, and easy to work on. It used side valves, which limited performance compared to overhead valve designs, but made repairs straightforward. Farmers, racers, and everyday drivers trusted this engine through wars, dust bowls, and economic collapse. Even today, Flathead-powered Fords are still on the road and showing up at classic car meets. It's a symbol of American ingenuity, proof that sometimes simplicity and accessibility can be just as important as raw numbers. The Ford Flathead 58 didn't just change cars, it changed America. Porsche Mezger Flat 6, the racing heart of Stuttgart. The Porsche Mezger engine is widely regarded as one of the finest performance engines ever built. Named after Hans Mezger, the brilliant engineer behind its design, this Flat 6 powerhouse was born on the racetrack and refined for the road. It powered some of the most legendary Porsches of all time, including the 911 GT3, the 911 Turbo, and even the Le Mans winning 911 GT1. What makes the Mezger engine so special? It's all about the pedigree. With a dry sump lubrication system, air-cooled or water-cooled architecture, and bulletproof internals, the Mezger engine was built to handle extreme conditions. Whether flying down the Autobahn at 180 miles per hour or carving through alpine passes, this engine was built to perform and to last. Reliability was a given. Many Mezger engines have gone well past 200,000 miles with routine maintenance. It was an engine made for endurance, not just speed. Racers praised it for its responsiveness, balance, and ability to take punishment without blinking. It wasn't uncommon to see Mezger engines rebuilt for racing, only to return to daily driving afterward without issue. Even as Porsche transitioned to newer, more modern engines, the Mezger's legacy lives on. Among purists and collectors, it's seen as the high watermark of Porsche engineering, a beautiful blend of racing DNA and real-world reliability. When Porsche put its name on this engine, it wasn't just building a motor, it was crafting a legend. Would you trust your dream car to one of these icons? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into legendary engines, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.